Alrighty, looks like I'm live. Live with no warning, with no makeup, with no nothing. Hello, everybody. I am basically working, and I thought I'd work live a little bit. Today is the first day of what I am dubbing cash flow summer. And everything I do this summer is going to be all about talking about cash flow, getting cash flow, advancing cash flow. A lot of times we have this vision of how we're gonna get wealthy and rich, and I talk to people all the time, and they talk about being the CEO of their company and this and that. And when I started, hey Mo, when I started, all I wanted to do was make some money today. Okay. All I wanted to do was make some money today. And I created a plan to make some money today. And then I created a plan to make some money tomorrow. And then I created a plan to have rolling income based upon having a list and leads, et cetera, et cetera. So right now I am working on basically my plan to be everywhere, so that I become incredibly visible. And what I'm doing is I'm actually creating graphics. A lot of people know, I'm sorry, I'm going to readjust on this chair. It's like 150 degrees out and it's 100 degrees in here. Even though the air's on, it's just not, cooling down in here, or maybe I'm always hot. But I'm creating graphics, and a lot of people know that I have a thing. I love to create a whole bunch of graphics, and this is what I do, and I'm going to show you. And if you are not registered for the webinar tomorrow night about the 4 types of income you need to have a rock solid business, I wasn't planning on going live. I have a vacuum, I have boxes. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm working, so it is what it is. I am going in my phone, and what I do is I load up my gallery full of things that I can post whenever I want. Hello, Ben. Now, Ben, are you moving back to Austin, like permanently? Or are you going back for a few months, or what's going on? Send me a message. Let me know what's going on. I've been dying to go to Austin. There's actually an event coming up in Austin. I thought about going just because the room rates would be cheap if I went to the event. So, okay, so let's do this. If you're not, that's what I was saying. If you're not registered for tomorrow night's webinar, the link's right there, DianeHochman.com/webinar. We're going to be talking about the 4 types of income you need to have a stable business. And I'm talking home businesses. You guys may have different types of businesses, but I'm talking BizOppi, MLME, home business, affiliate marketing, all that type of thing. There's, well, Ben, I would love to come down and just visit and maybe see some people. So maybe, when there's an internet marketing party or something going on, I can come crash by you and see everybody, which would be a ball, because I'm ready to rumble again. I'm ready to be out in the world. So, 4 types of income. I'm not going to tell you what they are now. Most people have, they know of 2, and there's 4, and they're really important because there's always going to be dips in your business. Okay. There's always going to be dips in your business. I was just talking to my friend Ray Williams, and I sent him over a headline, but I'm going to cheat and use it a little bit. 2 of the most prominent marketers in this industry, in this space right now, if you're following them at all, if you've been in any of their courses lately, if you've been in any of their content lately, they're both talking heavily about getting to the point where they were really successful. And then basically what happened is they hit a wall, and they had stuff go on. Either it was childhood stuff that bubbled up and they couldn't go any further, or whether it was, one of them was health challenges, psychological challenges. And they had to go back and basically reinvent themselves. One went in one direction, one went in another, but they're both talking heavily about it right now. The power of your subconscious mind, and the power of like your chemicals, your dopamine and your this and your that. And I spent, and I always talk about this, I spent all my time studying human nature and studying myself. And I'm still trying to figure myself out at 54 years old. But everything is about you getting good with you and your past and all the stuff. And then you turn around and you explode, because if you do any of the things I teach you, right? How to explain this? Both of these guys and me and many others, we went to the moon. We made all the money. We, got on all the stages. We were the glitterati. And then in my case, a divorce came unexpectedly. And it knocked me on my ass. It knocked me on my ass. And we're coming up on, it's several years now. It knocked me on my ass. And even as I'm saying it, I feel that little residual bit of emotion, and I'm really in a good space, but it's still there. It knocked me on my ass. And if I didn't have these 4 types of income, and if I didn't have cash flow, if I didn't have that going on, if I didn't have that set up, I would have been done. I would have been done. So you got to learn this stuff, and you got to learn the marketing and everything. But I really want you guys to focus more on you than you do on stuff. And I want you to focus on understanding your core and your soul and what moves you. If you hesitate in business, if, like a lot of people say, I don't want to do video, the reason why you don't want to do video is because you have a dialogue with yourself about how you look, or whether people will think you are smart, or all of these things that we were told when we were little kids, right? We were told when we were little kids, you're not enough. In my case, it was, you talk too much, you're too loud, you're all over the place. I was ADHD. Nobody knew what that was then. I was just all over the place. I was this precocious kid learning all this stuff and gobbling up stuff, and lazy, or see, I even say it. I was labeled as lazy because when it didn't interest me, I couldn't focus. When it interested me, I could totally focus. Thank God the home business industry interested me, right? So when we're not doing something that we need to do, because I can teach you all through this summer, my cash flow summer, right? If you're not on my list, DianeHochman.com. If you're not in my group, DianeHochman.com/group. Ton of people pouring into there today and yesterday. If you're not registered for the webinar, register for the webinar. I'm not selling anything. Hi. I am not selling anything. Now, if you want to buy something, I will sell it to you. I just put a post on my wall about a really cool affiliate program that might be good for a lot of you. I got crickets. I don't know whether Facebook didn't serve it or people don't think about the money, cash flow. I'm going to be talking about ways to make money. If you want to join me in any of my affiliate programs or work with me in some capacity, awesome. If you want to hire me for a one-on-one session, awesome. If you want to find out about my Mentor for Life program, awesome. But during these sessions, I am not selling anything. So you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to go, it's another pitch webinar. I'm actually going to be doing webinars and classes where I'm actually teaching things that I learned along the way that really helped me. Because if you don't get cash flow, you psychologically, you just start to think it doesn't work. You're out of the game. Okay. You're out of the game. And whenever I get stuck, or whenever I want to kind of rev things up, the first thing I do is go back to daily cash flow and lead generation. And I focus on daily cash flow. I don't focus on the big picture and making $4 million and being the Starfleet commander rank and oh, look, I didn't know I had stains all over my shirt. Well, how annoying is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Probably a lipstick in the laundry or something. I send my laundry out, so I don't know what they did. But I always go back to basics, and the basics are lead generation and cash flow. And I want you to get really real, and I'm just not going to mince words this year. I just don't have, I know that a lot of people will hype you up and jack you up, and I know that you can go buy all this stuff and more stuff. I'm just not on that plane anymore. If you don't learn to bring in money on a daily basis, you're done, okay? You don't need more training, okay? You need actual environments that get you into action. And you might need better actions, because I think that the fundamental actions, and again, I'm going to get beaten up by network marketers. Sorry. The fundamental actions that you're taught in network marketing are awesome. But then at some point, you have to learn how to gain leverage. You have to have, so if you have not learned the basics of how to prospect somebody, how to make an offer, how to share a product, you need to go to work with that. Okay. There he is. I was just talking about you, Ray. You need to go to work and you need to learn how to talk to someone, how to, point at a presentation, how to use the tools, whatever it may be. But after that, you need to learn how to gain leverage so that, like, I can talk once and make a lot of sales. That's what we're after. And that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I work with my clients on. And that's what I work in one-on-one sessions when I work with people. I'm looking at, like a funnel. What are the words for the funnel? Or what are the words for the post? So anyway, I'm actually going to work now. I'm making what I was showing you. Ben already messaged me. It's going to be good times in Austin. I load up my phone. I make my graphics on my computer. I know some of you like to do it on your phone. I am old and have big fingers and long fingernails, so the phone is not always my best friend. So I make all my graphics on my computer. I use a program called Stencil. They just recently had a really good deal on it. The deal's over, but it is not a free program, although I think you can make like 10 graphics with it for free. You can use Canva. You can use any of the things on your phone. I don't care what you use. Use something that works, because I need to have volume in my stories, in my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my YouTube channel, etc. I need to have volume to have visibility. Okay. I love you too, Bonnie. Volume. Okay. So I've been a lazy ass for quite a while now. By the way, America runs on Dunkin'. I tried they had some new sunshine blend or something, but it was $2 and you got 100 extra points if you bought an order with the app today. Okay. So I got, basically I got almost halfway to, I got a free coffee out of the deal, and this was only $2, although it's dripping all over. Okay, so volume. Okay. You must have volume, especially today. Okay. And if you look at good marketers, they have a lot of volume. I have been a lazy ass. See, that's self-talk. I have not put out the appropriate amount of volume that I should have been for a while now. And the big reason why is because I went through this rough time and I didn't want to talk to people, and I didn't want to be around people. And I felt sorry for myself, and have done a lot of work. And thanks to Ray Williams, who has helped me tremendously. And something has just snapped in me all of a sudden. And I'm like, okay, let's go. If you're reading my newsletter, I talked about, I was feeling like everybody's already heard my stuff, and I've been teaching this for 15 years and everybody else is teaching it, and and all the reasons why, and I'm old now, my teeth are crooked, and blah, 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 all the stuff. And then I kind of sat and I looked and I realized how many rock stars I've trained over the years, how many people. I'm watching one of them now, just living a dream life. And I know I played a part of it. I didn't do the work. I didn't make it happen for them. I can't make it happen for anybody. But I know that I played a part in that. I know I played a part in that person's confidence. I know I played a part in that person learning the fundamentals of marketing. When I first got to know that person and work with that person, they came to my events. Hopefully have some events soon. Tracy, good. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the webinar. If you're like an old time fan, like a serious old time fan, this is a training that I used to do quite a bit. I probably haven't done it in 5 years. I'm bringing out all the good old stuff. So if you're an old fan, you're going to hear some of the good old stuff. If you're a new fan like Monique, you probably never heard any of this unless you've combed my YouTube or something. Most of you guys have never heard some of the stuff I'm going to pull out. That's really fundamental stuff. So I'm rambling. I am going to create some graphics, and I'm going to load up my phone. Okay. I'm going to create them on my computer. I email them to myself. And again, if you want to check out the program I'm using, it's just at dianehochman.com/stencil. The reason I use this program is I can go fast on it. I'm not even going to show you what I'm doing probably because I want you to see the things as they come out. I'm just going to sit and talk to you while I do it. I'm probably not going to show my screen. Maybe I will. We'll see. But I need to create volume, and this program allows me, with the touch of a button and a couple of adjustments, to change the graphics for the different formats. Now, I've set myself up a pretty ambitious DMO. Let me tell you about it. Samsung. Today's the first day, so therefore, I don't know it by heart. Okay. And some of you will giggle because it doesn't sound like a lot, and some of you will go, oh my gosh, it sounds like so much. It just depends on what kind of marketing you're into. I will not go to bed until I have 10 leads each day. And these are warm market leads, people that have specifically asked to be on my list. So these are not people who asked for an ebook, and I'm not trolling in groups and a lot of the stuff that people do. I'm talking about 10 people that went, I dig her, I want to hear from her. I will create every week a funnel with a giveaway or a webinar that I will promote during the week. So right now I have tomorrow night's webinar. That's over at dianehochman.com/webinar. I've already generated a bunch of leads with it. Some people that are already on my list and then some that aren't. I actually ran an ad, which is a miracle. Ben, I'll probably be talking to you about running some normal real ads. You know, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. 5 stories on Facebook and Instagram a day minimum. 1 short or reel a day. So TikTok and Instagram. If I get to be a really good girl, I'll make sure that I am doing 2 different ones so that it's not always the same, because people won't follow you on both platforms if it's the same stuff. And then I'm going to be basically going live all over the place. And although live does not get the traction that it used to, it allows me to record content like this is being recorded. It allows me to multi-broadcast. This is going to 3 different places, etc. I'm going to start using TikTok Live and Instagram Live, which I have not used in the past. I'm going to be putting a big focus on TikTok and Instagram, simply because that's flowing. I mean, the ability to get in front of a lot of people is there. Facebook is not moving the way it had been. Will it again? I'm sure it will, but it's going through changes, and the traction on Facebook is just, I mean, I'll post something that in the past, I'll repost something that got like 300 reactions and it'll get 12. So either people don't like me anymore, which is possible. And yes, I was out of the scene for a while, so I don't have the same traction, but to go from 300 to 12, part of it's got to be Facebook, right? So I'm focusing in on those other platforms. And I'm also going to be populating my YouTube channel. If you guys have never been over here, I'll show you that. Do that. If you've never been over to the YouTube channel, let me see if you guys can see the channel. Just hang on, I'm just looking at you guys on the live to make sure you're seeing this, because I don't know. Okay, you guys can see it. I'm going to put my phone up here, my little holster. By the way, on my desk, I have lighting. I have my main Mac computer, and then I have I don't even know what you want to call it, something that I can put my phone on. So a lot of times I'm over here and I need to be able to see what's going on comments. So the channel, no, this is interesting because I'm actually live and it's showing that I'm live. But the channel, I don't know how many there are. If we go back, you can go back 14 years and watch the history. You also can see me skinny. You could watch the history of how I got here. And what'll be interesting is I'm going to remake a lot of old stuff, which I'm looking forward to. So I don't know how many videos there are. There's hundreds of videos here. I've covered tons of stuff. There's interviews. There's all kinds of stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely should. And that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making some graphics. And maybe we'll leave it open. Okay. How do I come up with what I say on the graphics? I don't know. I just think of things. But you could use quotes. What I like to tell people to do is just grab a book that you like and read it. You know, just take a look at a page. And what will happen is you'll have ideas of ways to put what you're reading into your own words. Hey, but what's key about when you're doing this is that you're saying, whoops, I don't want to do that. To put what you're reading into. Is that you're saying things. Look at that. Congratulations. I've been selected as a winner. $5,000 giveaway. Pharaoh, you're a loser. Let's go over here and deal with the loser guy. Where is it? It should be live here. Let's deal with the loser guy. Because I don't want anybody. First, let's just block this guy. Block. You are confirmed to be blocked. Not that that will stop you because you probably have 72 different profiles, etc. Okay, are you blocking? What's up? Why isn't it working? There we go. Okay, so this dude's blocked. And then the other thing we want to do is make sure we get rid of his posts. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Okay. These are trolls, and trolls troll, and it never changes. It's never going to change. So sitting around and worrying too much about the trolls doesn't make any sense, right? I actually think they're kind of funny. Okay, so I wrote this on my wall, but then I realized, let me make a graphic. So I never needed the hype. I needed the income. It's true when I started. So if I go up, I made that into a story. Now I can change the sizing, and I can change this just really quick. Okay. And then I can save this. And this size will fit Facebook posts, okay? Every platform has a different size. So you notice I'm adjusting the copy and the images to fit the size. So this is Twitter, right? Twitter. I'm gonna fix my little logo here. And they're not always absolutely perfect, but you'll see that the little lines come up so that I can snap to the lines, and we'll do hype. Now, why am I talking about hype? You know why? Because I want to attract people that are like me, okay? I already downloaded that. I want to attract people that will like my style. I am not a hypey marketer. I'm a very straight up, real kind of, I'm from New York kind of girl. So if I have somebody who wants hype and da-da-da-da-da, and here's how you're going to make 40 million leads today, and da-da-da-da-da, and how to get rich and make $7 million in a week. If I attract that person, they're not going to be a good match for me. So I'm not going to get very far with them, right? And or if I attract someone that wants to be constantly like petted and, you know, cradled, and they want to be breastfed, they're not going to be the best match for me either. I'm a very loving, where's LinkedIn, person, I'd like to believe, and I think some of you guys know that. I'm a very I so believe in my folks. I believe in everybody's potential. You know, I'm an encourager, but I'm not a coddler. I'm not a coddler. So if somebody wants or needs coddling, I'm not going to be a good match for them. I'm not here to be someone's upline and like congratulate them for tying their shoes. I'm here to teach people who want to become marketers. And when I look back at the people that I've helped, it's always that type. Okay, it's always that type. I have a client right now that well, she'll be mad at me, but it's okay. That was upset with me because they weren't understanding who I am, and they thought I wasn't checking in on them because they're used to having you schedule an appointment with the coach and you talk to the coach for a half an hour, and then the coach, 3 days later goes, "How are you doing with that?" That's not who I am. I'm the type of person that can write a campaign for you in 2 minutes, that can write letter sets, that can help you position, right? And then she had a project, and I helped her with the flow of the project, and I helped her with positioning. By the way, this is a very successful marketer. And she increased her recurring income by $1,800 in 2 days. Okay. And I would not be surprised to see by the end of this campaign that she increases her recurring income by about $6,000, if not more, by the end of 5 days. So that's what I'm good at. I'm good at show me what you got, show me what's going on, let me reword it, let me rephrase it, let me sequence it for you. That's me. Okay, let's make a new one. That's me. By the way, tomorrow night's webinar, and I can see you if you leave a comment or anything, or have a question. Tomorrow night's webinar, we're going to be talking about income, and I'm going to be straight up because there's just a lot of folks that are in the industry and they don't make any money. They don't make any money. And that breaks my heart, especially because they're smart, capable, cool people, and they're not making any money. And not making money is not good, right? Because they came here to make money. And I think we all should be friends and we all should love each other and all of that other good stuff. But, let's talk about it. Don't you want to make money? Isn't that why you're around? Isn't that why you're, isn't that what you're into? Isn't that the purpose? So what happens, I'm a terrible typist, is we get into this place where we let days and weeks and months go by with no income. And when there's no income, our self-image starts to have problems, and we start to beat ourselves up, and we start to think we're losers. And that's why we have to prove to ourselves that we can make a sale, okay? Because if we don't prove to ourselves that we can make a sale, and I don't care if it's a $5 sale, okay? If we don't prove to ourselves that we can make a sale, we keep lessening and lessening and lessening our chances for success. And as we do that, we're just, it's not good. It's not good. So that's why that's my whole focus this summer. We don't need to learn how to do more fancy stuff. We need to, thank you, Keith. I saw you, yes, I would like some hearts and thumbs ups and stuff. I never ask for that or tell you to drop a 2 or, drop a P if you want. I don't care. Drop something, give me some love. Maybe even share some of this stuff over the summer because, again, I'm just trying to help people. I don't like the logo down the bottom because the logo is only black. I don't have the other kind of logo. Aw. That's okay. Not exciting. But it's still, I'm looking for volume. So we'll save, okay, looking for volume. What do you guys think? I unfortunately, the way that most people are taught to sell is the exact reason why they're struggling. Okay. I want to go to Facebook photo next. I'm going to get rid of the logo. Approaching people. Okay. I have a great video that I'm going to release. It's an old video. And you guys are going to like it. And it's called The Money Talk. Okay. And you can go to my YouTube channel and I'll find it. Just go to my YouTube channel and search. Just put Diane Hochman Money Talk. If you're in a rush. Whoops. I not type well. Well, this is it anyway. Okay. Wow, what a shame.
Hey, it's Diane Hochman. And Monday night, I'm going to do something.
The Money Talk, this one, The Money Talk. Okay. Now, this one does have 7,000 views. Okay. In it, I talked about some of the things that we do in the industry that make no sense. And I said in it, I said, stop trying to sell things that people wouldn't ordinarily buy at prices that people wouldn't ordinarily pay. It's like, stop trying to sell things that people wouldn't ordinarily buy at prices people wouldn't ordinarily pay. That's kind of crazy when you think about it, because that's what half of the industry is, right? We're selling things that people wouldn't normally buy at prices that they wouldn't normally pay. And we are wondering why we're struggling. And we are approaching them when they've not asked to be approached. So when you put this all together, let me get one. It starts to be kind of a weird combo. Okay, it's a weird combo. Hang on a second. I'm just looking for something to make. And I'm not trying to insert, because a lot of times people market by trying to insert doubt in your head. I'm not trying to insert doubt in your head. I'm trying to bring people around to like just common sense. Okay, Karen, you're going to like my book, because my book is all about a Brooklyn corner store. It's all about my experience growing up in Brooklyn. The whole first chapter is all about East 4th Street. Okay. And it's about how small stores built clienteles and what we've lost in the name of profit. People had, and still do to this day, have very good businesses that took immigrants from people that just got off the boat to sending their kids to, college and this and that. Great stable businesses that lasted generations. And then we got into this phase where everything was in a rush and everything was greed and everything was gotta get. And we lost all of our common sense. Okay. Common sense says that you don't want to try to sell people things that they don't want at prices that they wouldn't normally pay. And it also tells you that people don't want to be solicited or bothered. We all know this because we don't enjoy it. Okay. I'm just looking for some good things to make graphics about. We don't enjoy this. Okay. We don't enjoy, I'll do this. Being solicited. And yet we push people to solicit. And then we wonder why we struggle. We wonder why we struggle. And it's kind of weird. By the way, I'm not talking to you. Like, I'm kind of paying attention to my screen. And it looks like not too many of you guys are talking to me anyway. The book is coming. I'm working on it. Good, Jessica. You try to think like the buyer. Jessica, you're very, very, very talented. And yet I noticed, and maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Jessica knows me, so I wouldn't critique somebody's stuff, and I'm not critiquing as much as giving Jessica a hug. You don't seem to be getting the response that I think you might like in your groups and stuff. I think that there's more for you. I know there's more for you because you're very talented with the, if you guys don't know Jessica Winter, go follow her. She's very talented. She has video production background. So it's neat to watch her. And yet there's some secrets about, I hate that word, it sounds so hypey. There's ways to attract and retain clientele and customers and so on and have them become big fans. Let's see, what do I want? That's not what I want. I'm not going very fast. I wanted to go fast, so now I'm end up talking to you guys. Let's see. Oh, I don't like that one. So I want you guys to think, who are my people? Where do they hang out? What do they want? What words can I say to them that will perhaps jar them or get them to pay attention? Because as a marketer, we have to jar people. We have to get them to, you know, we got to get them to pay attention. You guys all notice it takes me a few minutes to come up with an idea, especially because I'm talking to you. But then once I come up with an idea, I can replicate it into the other formats real quick. So what I like to do is I set up, what time is it? Yeah, it's 4:10. I have something at 5. I like to set up my phone with a bunch of these available so that way throughout the day I'm posting and I'm not having to create throughout the day. Mary Jo, you need to set a time with me. We need to work on your next level. You need to see where you are. We haven't talked. Now, Jessica, let's talk about that niching down because this is conventional marketing wisdom. And yes, when you're speaking to somebody exactly, when you really get down into a niche or what I call a neighborhood, and you're talking to the people in their language, because every neighborhood has a language, and anybody who, Karen knows, every neighborhood in Brooklyn has a different language. Okay. Yes, I totally, totally making sense. But sometimes what we do is we niche based upon demographics versus desire. I said this on a training recently. Somebody write that down because it's so good. When you niche on demographics versus desire, we tend to limit ourselves because we're going after women who were corporate professionals that made over $100,000 that are looking to transition into the home business industry, yada, yada, yada. And a lot of times, depending on what you're selling and how you're selling it, there is no rhyme or reason to the people. It's really about their desires, not about their demographics or where they come from or what their career was, etc. I don't know if that makes any sense. I have to write that down myself. Let me write that down. Where's my phone's up here. I need to text it. I'll write it on a paper. And I did a demo. I think I did this on a MLSP, My Lead System Pro call. Hang on. And I showed how that's a marketing system, right? And I showed just the people that were on the webinar. I showed how varied the group was and that they didn't fit into a demographic. Yeah. Okay, good, Jessica. You don't do demographics. It's a waste of time. It's about learning the language of the population you want to reach. And it's also about making sure that you're not altering your own personal language to try to change for them, because in the end, that'll bug you. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is cool. All right, Facebook. I did Instagram. I'm not really into Pinterest. I should get into Pinterest, but I'm not. And I keep refreshing to see if anybody else said anything. Mike, I'm glad you find it to be helpful. Oh, it was in the most recent Deep Abyss, Monique. Okay, I don't remember. I just run my mouth and I don't remember where I said things. But I think that that's really powerful. And it goes back to, again, that modern day mom and pop concept from the neighborhood I grew up in. There were all kinds of people in my neighborhood, but we had similar sensibilities. The people who lived in the private houses versus the people that lived in the apartment buildings on the avenue. It's a different culture. The people that, shopped in this store versus that store, because there were different corner stores to go to. There's a sensibility. Oh no, I don't want a Twitter profile picture. No wonder why it looks weird. I was going to say that didn't look like the right size. Let's make it LinkedIn. We'll fix it. See, now that doesn't fit there. That's okay. I don't like it nearly as much. I don't like this. I don't think we're going to do it in LinkedIn. It doesn't look good. Twitter. You just need a regular Twitter post. See, it doesn't fit good for that. So we'll get rid of that. So extreme visibility, extreme self-expression of who you are, what you're about, because that makes you incredibly attractive. Like Jessica, I did not use tape. I don't know if Jessica's still here. Let me stop my screen share for a minute. Stop sharing. Jessica, I bought some flowers today, and I didn't grab the tape because the vase, they stood up nicely. But if I had peonies or something else, Jessica talks about floral design and different things, and these I just threw in the vase. But I love the color. Aren't they stunning? So, I'm attracted to her because of her video background. I'm attracted to her because she loves floral design. I'm attracted to her because of a lot of the things that she talks about. So I'm kindred to her. So the more I know, I didn't get a chance. I literally came home and I had to jump on something. So I had to throw them in some water, and I'll take care of them in a little bit. But I just wanted to pull up and show you that I'm a flower lover too. I did not take care of, I stripped the very, very bottom leaves, but I didn't strip the top leaves. I didn't have a chance. I worked at a florist for a holiday season, for Valentine's Day and stuff, for a little while. So let me see what you guys are saying. I'll have to look at Pinterest again. I haven't used it in years, but I'm looking to expand the audiences, and Facebook's really limiting who they're showing us to. So there's no new eyeballs. So I want a whole new audience. Aren't they pretty flowers? Yes, Ray, aren't they pretty flowers? And I need more eyeballs. I need new blood, new people. So I'm branching out. You were the florist at Kroger for a hot second. There you go. If you've never worked a nice Valentine's Day stripping roses, you haven't lived. So, and Karen just said in Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay, totally different animal, Sheepshead Bay, or down by Manhattan Beach, those of you that might know New York or Brooklyn. Different communities, different vibes. It has nothing to do with demographics. It has to do with culture and how the people are. So, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off, because I do have something at 5 and I didn't get anything done. But I think there was some good content and information here. I have a new piece of software I'm messing with. If I like it, I'll let you guys know about it. But basically, it lets me edit video real quickly and do transcripts and stuff. And so I want to see if this works well, because if it works well, it'll allow me to take like excerpts and clips of the stuff I'm doing. And because I'm looking to multitask, and maybe someday, now that I ran an ad, woohoo, maybe someday I'll actually get a video person or something to do this stuff for me. But I actually like doing this stuff. It's just a matter of time. So for this summer, I'm pretty into doing that DMO and doing it myself. If you're smart, I'm not familiar with Otter. I'll check that out, Karen. If you're smart, you learn how to do everything, and then you go ahead and find other people to do it if you want. But I like to be very hands-on with the audience. So I'm not so into all the scheduling and stuff. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, especially if you work full-time, do schedule, do different things. But the key is laying hands on the people. If you're in any kind of networking or affiliate marketing, that type of stuff, it's really key that you're hands-on. Oh, that's the other thing, Karen, podcast. So I'm actually going to run my map. I'm going to use Clubhouse for a little bit, but then I'll probably start a regular podcast. If any of you guys have skills in these arenas and want some part-time work, let me know. I don't know what I'm ready to, but if somebody knows how to take something off my hands and I don't have to sit and train you, and you know something, hit me up. You never know. Could be a match. Or you know somebody, whatever. What I don't want to do is try to explain all of this to someone. Hi, Misha. Misha's here. I'm just leaving, Misha, but I'm so glad to see you. We should connect, see what you're up to these days. I haven't talked to you in forever. So hopefully there's some good stuff, some nuggets that you guys grabbed as I rambled on. I'm going to be kind of all over the place. So again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on TikTok, on Instagram, here on Facebook, on my Facebook fan page, because you never know where I'm going to pop up. And I'm probably going to repeat myself sometimes, but I'm also probably going to have new, unique, and different things. And most of all, as I'm building this new DMO and this new audience, and I'm learning, I'm going to share what I'm learning. And then last but not least, tomorrow night, the webinar. And then if replays are all going to be in my Facebook group. So DianeHochman.com/group. If you're not in there, ask to be in there so that you get all the replays and different things. I'm just throwing stuff in there, kind of like a filing cabinet full of goodies. It will probably not be organized and perfect. If somebody wants to volunteer to be my intern and organize things, please do. But otherwise, just take what I give you and use it the best you can. I'm going to be talking a lot about marketing systems, funnels, but simple stuff, guys. I'm not a funnel hacker, okay? I'm not a split tester. I'm going to just get people into my system so I can talk to them person. I'm a modern day mom and pop. I'm a mom. I'm a community builder. I'm a lover of people. And I'm not saying that if you're inclined to that, you shouldn't do it. You should learn it. I'm not inclined to it. And I like to show people that it's possible to be all over the internet without that. But I also want people to learn the fundamentals. I have so many people that came through my camp that went on to like be really good at that. I have people that run agencies that started learning marketing with me. Let me be a foundational place for you to start. Okay. All right, gang. I'm going to go. If you found something helpful and you want to share this around, please do, or have questions or anything, tag me, hit me up. Heck, text me. My phone number's all over my stuff. Let me know what I can do for you guys. I will see you later on. Take care.